Hi, my name's G Time Johnny, and the G stands for Galileo time. I went out and applied computer science on me, like, I don't know, over a decade ago, 10 years or whatever, and it's all documented on YouTube, and discovered Galileo missing from our processing. And so technically what happened here was that, you know, it's like when you have an idea, it's supposed to grow you. Okay, so like, oh, you have an idea, you saw some sparks when you put these rocks together? And if we take this dry grass, you took some dry grass, you went spark, spark, woohoo, you made fire. You captured fire, good on you. Now that was an idea or a concept becoming reality. And that's the same with Galileo, is that, it was a concept that the Earth was orbiting the sun. All right, it was a concept that everything orbited man. Okay, like if dog is God spelled backward, and if God's was, we'll get into dog fooding, but dog would be the God. All right, if in fact dogs had ABCs. and so what happened when Galileo proved that the Earth and the idea that's supposed to grow us, that that the Earth orbits the sun and we are a species, okay, and so that the language and the calendar all needed to be updated from flat Earth Greek and Latin to English, computer science, back again in the whole circle. Excuse me. Let's go. What you're getting here is a real fast, I don't know your demographic. Got a cough again. I don't know your demographic, but I grew up teaching skiing. The first 30 years of my life, I skied half of them, half the days of my life. And I never met anybody I couldn't teach to ski. Okay, and so what we're doing is we're updating from the concept of man to species. The concept of man has no foreground or background. Where's Middle East on a basketball? And so the concept of man will continue to get more and more dangerous unless we G time, Galileo time. And so here we go. Is that I'm going to give you my mission, my customer, what my customer values, and how do we gauge success, and what's the plan? So here we go. My mission is to update us, re-update us to species from the concept of man. Okay, very simply. All right? Who is my customer? My customer comes in 3 classes. Okay? First, what you call an adult. More antiquated language. When children become adults, they become rotten fruit. And we are proof. And so here we go. So we got the adults who lost their most valuable asset, which we'll get to, and we have the children that are like in between the toddlers and the teens, right in that area, that have not all the way shifted into the Gregorian calendar. And we have the children, who, like the toddlers that have not had language installed in them. Okay? And so it is my mission to update us to species from the concept of man, and there's 3 classes of customer. The untouched, the like fragile like a flower child. All right, that once we'll get to the why that, that when the scent is gone, it's gone forever. And then there's the kids in the middle, and then there's the adults. And so it's like walking memory. The older you get, the more that the memory gets embedded. And so, but there's not a demographic that I can create a progression for that will make the shift to what you value. And what is it? I guess our customer, the best way of saying it is us. the universal subconscious. When you go to sleep, you're divided from what beats your heart and what flows through all the life you see. What flows through all this life, multicellular, is an energy, physics-aware energy that is a universal subconscious, us. Okay, and those are our customer groups of the us, all right? The toddlers, obviously, the ones in transition to go into the artificial environment known as the Gregorian calendar that divides from us. All right? And then the totally divided and every generation more dangerous of what you call an adult. I mean, look back in recorded history of Flat Earth, Greek, and Latin. Every generation more dangerous. And there's a reason why I'm from Cali. We'll get to that. You know, that's like the last freedom, and it's the first again. But we'll get to that. So what is my customer value? First, US, is that us, is our customer. Universal subconscious. You value the universal subconscious dominion, USD. It's a different USD than what you call money. Has nothing to do with the concept of money. Has nothing to do with tick, tick, tick of the clock. Has nothing to do with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Has nothing to do with January, February, March, April, May, June, July. No! Ha ha! Your universal subconscious dominion is an energy calculation. And G-time is, it's organized freedom. Look. Is there a parasitic entity growing all these plants? The fish, the duckies, the birdies you hear? No! Alright? This is you, me, us, growing with all the concepts of man gone from species. We grow from species. I can supply the whole framework that we grow positively as a species, and it's an energy calculation. How do we gauge success? Well, we gauge success by turning off all man-made, all electromagnetic, made by our species, and measuring the universal subconscious that flows through us, that beats our heart, that when we go to sleep, we are divided from it. It's like, it's like all flowing through all of our bodies, flowing through all these paths, is one energy, a universal subconscious from Earth that can be measured. All right? That is organized freedom. USD, universal subconscious dominion, and it's an energy calculation. G-time is organized freedom. Why don't you burn me at the stake? The same as Galileo. Well, what's my plan? Well, the plan first is to grow, is to set up, the environment here in the Central California breadbasket of the world for me to give you a place to that that you feel good. I'm building a company where I'm coming in on a calendar based on the CC. It's called the CC calendar, G-time, solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox. Today is, I'm doing this test video at, what is today? G3, 238 until the equinox, the autumn equinox, which is 0 or D-Day, Dominion Day, and we measure it from space. And everything I'm telling you is dog food. That's right. That's right. If you know anything about computer science, this is the plan. If we don't time the internet to the world, we will forever be divided from the world, from the dominion. And so with the CC calendar, everything I've created is the dog food. So that, and you'll see down on the page and on the Trello board that there's a plan that grows the innovation. And so the first stop from me coming back to society and getting an address to undress, I'm getting a semen. All right, that's what I call it. All right, I have so much marketing. Semen. It's called Concept of Man. Semen Production Unit. PU. Semen PU address. All right, I haven't had one in years and years and years. I'll get what's called Gregorian calendar address. Where's Middle East on a basketball? That address. All right, the dead address. I mean, it's like, those, oh, if we don't, and so I'm going to get that and grow from here in the breadbasket of the world. California and Central Cali, we're the greatest farmers, and they might not know it, but they actually grow the universal subconscious with every crop, and that every city is a destroyed ecosystem where we grow the universal subconscious. Every farmland is a destroyed ecosystem, but once we grow the subconscious, the universal subconscious, we're growing this world back to the day we first became societies. It was me and you. And that the energy, we can measure it from space. We can project what it was and what it's going to be. And this is our goal. All right? And so, excuse me, gosh, why am I coughing? The second part, once I'm set up here with an address to undress, then I'm going to focus on Silicon Valley. The internet basket of the world. Move your finger, model the internet, me and you in it, and the future of our species. The universal subconscious built the internet. The same that beats your heart, your own body is an internet. All right? And so that is just one thing. But, it's the time, go to Google owns G-Time. That's not by accident. I'll be calling on them. But then secondly, that I unite the fiction land known as Hollywood to the Dominion, and the greatest entertainers of the world share their story and this is an innovation, open source innovation. Everybody wants everybody to read their mind. And this is organized freedom. It's an energy calculation. And so Hollywood, Silicon Valley, the Central Valley, all the bread, and then we work our way around the world. The other way. All the way from, where's the most dangerous place in the world? Middle East. Well, that's because it's the home of semen PUs. All right? The same semen PUs that jailed Galileo, burned everybody at the stake. Well, I'm here. And I'm ready because, I've got the plan. You'll see it on the Trello board. I'll just give you a couple highlights going down there as far as locally what I'm setting up. Because I want the G-moms. Moms get their logic reset when they have a baby. Their universal subconscious inside of a mother is one with two bodies. All right? With this, with do-re-mi literacy, all right, do, right? Ray, me, matter and energy. All right, so that, the literacy objects, that they follow the Dominion. All right, and ID best are the lines of notation that identify it. ID best, identify, object, inheritance, all right, behavior, is encapsulate, attributes. This is all computer science stuff. This is all going on with others. And state, operation, polymorphism, the operators. And so this is already happening in Silicon Valley. I'm looking right towards the Silicon Valley's that way, Hollywood's that way. And we're going to do it. And we got to bring it home. If we don't G-time, which is, it is to time our minds and update the language to the Dominion we're from, the USD, the most valuable asset that you have, because you're alive again. You're one with your body and the world around you, all right, which I can supply. I don't care what your thing is, and is that all these tools are not here by accident. Because, I made a choice. I was probably 6 or 7. And, you know, I made a choice. I go, all right, professional water skier or go be with David Ogilvy. He's the father of advertising and marketing and on Madison Avenue. And that's what this stuff is not here by accident. And so I'm living, I mean, and it was like, I made this decision when I was a kid, and it was like, oh, you know what won? It's the bikini. The bikini won. And so that's why I became a professional water skier. But now I'm getting to live the greatest part of my life and bring the advertising and marketing. I mean, I want to be the son of marketing and advertising. That means running companies. I mean, everything that we're building runs without us. Every penny, every cent is transparent. Nothing's gonna, the universal subconscious dominion, da-dum, da-dum, or doo. Da-da-da-dum. That's how the God word? No, it's changing to da-dum. Because once you tune into the dominion, you know it. The universal subconscious dominion is your most valuable asset. And when you start looking at the concepts of man, such as money, you'll understand what I'm saying. Is that, we have to disrupt the 2020 election. Totally. Right? Because it's like, so it's like this. All right, you're stranded. You're about ready to die. You're on a deserted island. You're starving. There's no more life. Your last breath and stuff. You're out of food. You're about ready to die. Donald Trump shows up and gives you $1 billion, turns his back on you, and walks away. He gave you $1 billion. You live for semen now, right? PU? No. Live for the universal subconscious dominion. And, hey, I'm late because of the bikini. And you got a bunch of money. And so, freedom's for sale. And G-Time is organized freedom. And I love you. And I'm late because of the bikini. We can all blame the bikini. And then wait till we empower the G-moms. Oh my gosh. You keep the logic of a mother. Oh, especially from California, mama bears. Gee, mama bear. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. It's all because of the bikini. I'm late. Come on. Kick it down now. Kick it down now. You got $1 billion. We need to disrupt all this world, and we need to leave the world better for the first time in history. It's the fate of humanity is on our back, and I'm late because of the bikini.